Hello and welcome to the South Paris Arena. It's day 7 of the Goalball at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. 2 classification matches in our first session of the day. Republic of Korea take on France, and Japan against Canada. Both games from the women's side of the competition. Our first match, Republic of Korea against France, is for the 7th and 8th place overall in the standings. France, the hosts, competing at their first Paralympic Games. Republic of Korea, IPSA world champion silver medalists. I'm delighted to welcome you along to Goalball, a sport unique to the Paralympic Games. It's one of 2 sports that doesn't have an Olympic equivalent. It's a fast, physical, and very entertaining sport. Goalball is designed for athletes with a vision impairment. All the players are required to wear patches and blackout eye masks to ensure a level playing field. Teams consist of 6 players, with 3 members playing at any one time. Teams can make substitutions throughout the match. They get 4 in total. The hosts, France, competing at their first Paralympic Games. Ajami, number 5, scored 2 goals so far here in Paris. 21-year-old plays for club side Lyon. They played against some tough opponents, France. A great learning experience. The simple aim of Goalball is to try and throw the ball past your opponent and into the back of the net. It sounds simple, but a lot of hard work goes into the game.
Plus que 5 minutes avant le début de la compétition, et voici les 3 premières joueuses à représenter la République de Corée sur le terrain.
5 minutes remaining.
Sim Sionhwa, certainly one to keep tabs on. 7 goals so far here in Paris.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Kim.
And the 2 teams, Republic of Korea and France, have met previously so far here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games.
Number 7,
Et voici les 3 premières joueuses à représenter l'équipe de France sur le terrain.
The beauty of Goalball is that players use a variety of different techniques to release the ball, including the 180 degrees turn, full rotation, and even some players throw the ball between their legs. The ball itself is a similar size to a basketball and has 2 bells inside the ball. That enables the players to hear the ball when it's being thrown. The ball weighs 1.25 kilograms. To put that into some context, it's roughly similar to a standard bag of sugar that you'd find on the shelves of a supermarket or the back of the cupboard at home. Our 2 referees from Sweden and Canada. Their voices will be heard around the venue, and they'll be guiding the coaches, the players, the crowd, and us at home. It's a sport that requires great physical and mental strength, and players can use any part of their body to block the ball. Communication also crucial between the players on the courts and the coaching staff on the team bench area. Players can use the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court and use the court markings, which are slightly raised, to navigate their way around the team area and the rest of the court. Melda Allan, Didier Ajami and Luis Rontepierre in the starting three. It's been a fantastic atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena during the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. But the unique thing about Goalball is that when the game starts, the crowd will have to fall silent. That allows the players to hear the ball at all times. Republic of Korea unchanged from their quarter-final. Kim Hae-jin, Sim Seon-hwa and Seo Min-ji, all in the starting three for Republic of Korea. The court is separated into three sections. Either side of the centre line is the neutral area, and the areas in front of the goals are the team area.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just under 90 seconds to go.
Anthony Piot, the head coach for France, guided the team to 6th at the last European Championships and was in charge for their debut appearance at the IPSA World Championships in 2022. Young Eun Sun, the head coach for Republic of Korea, who is in charge of the team that won the bronze medal at the 2022 Asian Para Games.
The match is about to begin. Just a reminder, once the whistle blows, we must be silent.
France competing at their very first Paralympic Games. The team was only established in 2016. 8 years on, competing here in Paris. As for Republic of Korea, back at the Paralympic Games, the first time in 24 years. Their last appearance, 2000 Paralympic Games. Silver medalists at the IPSA World Championships in 2022.
Welcome to this game between Korea to my left and France to my right. I remind the audience, please be quiet while the ball is in play and turn off your cell phones. Thank you very much. France will start with the ball. Quiet please. Center. Play.
Republic of Korea against France at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. A chance to finish 7th in the overall standings. Goalball, the ball has to bounce twice. Once in the team area, once in the neutral area. The team area, those two zones right in front of the goal, and the neutral area either side of the centre line. Jamy, the throw there for France. 2 goals so far. Top scorer for the team here in Paris. And in fact, when these two sides met in the preliminary stage of the Paralympics, it was Ajami that got the goal. It was a win for Republic of Korea. Will it be more of the same in this classification match? Will France secure their first ever win at the Paralympic Games? Good thinking from Melda Alan. So once that ball is blocked initially, when it rolls back to the centre line, if it crosses over that centre line, it goes back to the team that threw the ball. Shami with the throw. Players can bounce the ball on the court, or they can fizz it across the surface. As long as it bounces twice, you can get creative. Players will use the court markings right in front of the goal that are slightly raised so they can position themselves on the court. Seo Min-ji, the throw there for Republic of Korea. 1 goal so far here in Paris. She scored 23 goals at the IPSA World Championships. Korea will be hoping for a few goals from her today. But that one squeezes through, it goes past Melda Alan. And that's the first goal of the match. And Sim Seonhwa gets her 8th goal of these Paralympic Games through the legs of Melda Alan.
Time remaining 9 minutes and 22 seconds.
Et le but pour la République de Corée, signé Sim Seonhwa, temps restant 9 minutes 22.
Players, when they're lying down on the court, won't just lie flat. They'll try and raise their bodies, arc their bodies to create a ramp. Melda Alan just misjudged that bounce on that occasion. Teams can make noise before the ball has been thrown. You can pat the floor, scrape the sole of your trainer on the court, or make noises and sing. As long as there's no extra noise after the ball has been thrown, you can get creative with it. Jami with 2 goals here in Paris. She had a few chances in the quarter-final against the People's Republic of China. Failed to take the penalty opportunities, came their way. It was a tough match against the People's Republic of China, who are one of the favourites on the women's side of the competition. Republic of Korea faced Turkey in the quarter-finals. Another top side. These two teams met at the IPSA World Championships in 2022. It was a win for Republic of Korea. Players can use that team area to build up momentum in their throws and use a variety of different techniques. The full rotation throw is often the one that's favoured by a lot of players. Good work from Roland-Pierre. Listening intently to those bells inside the ball. First throw from Kim Hee-jin, the centre player for Republic of Korea. Often the centre player is the one that coordinates the team, certainly in the defensive phases of the match. Communication really crucial, and also trying to close those pockets either side of the centre player, working in partnership with the wing players. France will be trying to shore up that pocket between Melda Alan and Ajami, who's got the ball now. Conceded a fair few goals on that side against China in the quarter-final. Roland-Pierre was excellent in the quarter-final. And she's got the equaliser. Their second goal here in Paris, and it's a big one.
France goal scored by number 8, Roland-Pierre.
The centre player trying to get involved in blocking that ball, which is the role of that central player in the team. Kim Hee-jin in the centre for Republic of Korea, but just deflecting it over the top of Seo Min-ji. Roland-Pierre competed at the last two European A Championships for France and also is in the team for the IPSA World Championships. Developed some good experience over the last couple of years. Goals in the quarter-final here in Paris and now in the classification playoff for 7th and 8th. Two halves of 12 minutes in goalball, but the clock does stop every time the ball is blocked out. Well, there's timeouts, substitutions. That's no throw, no goal for Korea. There was some noise just coming from the crowd. You have to be as silent as possible. Allows the players to hear the ball at all times. Aiming for that right side of the French team. There's a lot of space to cover to block that 9-metre wide goal. Team penalty against Republic of Korea. They do make noise whilst the ball is just about to be thrown, and they've pushed it a little too far. And France with an opportunity to go in front. The responsibility falls to Ajami. And it's wide. Chance goes by for France. Frustration for Jamy. She missed a couple against China in the quarter-final, and it's another penalty that's missed. In fact, it was the same side as certainly one of the penalties that Jamy missed. She really likes to get some bounce on those throws, which is a really good asset to have. You need to get the accuracy as well. Using the frame of the goal to position herself on the court. No throw again. Noise coming from the crowd. Timeout called by Korea.
Korea timeout.
Teams have 4 timeouts throughout the match. You can't use all 4 in the second half, so try and use one before half-time. Great atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena. Great backing for the hosts. Use that to their advantage.
15 seconds.
Both the France men's and women's teams have really praised the crowd here in Paris for getting behind them. They're a new side in international goalball, only established 8 years ago. And they're hoping that there'll be a good legacy on these Paralympic Games to grow the game in France. They've been doing a lot of work in schools, demonstrating the game, showing youngsters the eye shades and the ball. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. It's 1-1. It's all to play for in this classification playoff for 7th and 8th, and that's a good effort that is well dealt with. Bit of pace on that throw. And nicely deflected over the top of the crossbar.
Quiet, please. Play.
Anthony Piot, the head coach for France, is living every block, every throw with his players. So desperate to try and secure a first win at a Paralympic Games. Timeout called by France this time. And France are frustrating the IPSA World silver medalist from 2022.
Quiet, please.
Republic of Korea, their line when they defend is horizontal compared to France's defensive formation, where Melba Alan, the centre player, is just slightly ahead. Just creating a little bit of a gap, and it also helps to work in those partnerships. If Alan misses the throw, then Jamy is there to cover, also is Rondepierre. But it goes through Jamy this time. A clean, crisp throw. From Seo Min-ji.
Goal! Scored by number 7, Seo Min-ji. Time remaining 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Et le but pour la République de Corée signé
First goal of the game. Seo Min-ji, her second here in Paris. And Korea now lead by 2-1, under 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Using the post of the goal to align herself on the court, Rondepierre can use the frame of the goal, and the court markings are also tactile, so it allows the players to position themselves on the court. Particularly those lines right in front of the goal, on the left and right in the centre. You don't have to stick to your starting position. You can move around your team area, create different angles, cause problems for the opposition. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they've made the defensive block. Creates a quick game. Important moment for France, and try and keep that score within 1. Give them some confidence going into the second half. A goal, though, would really boost their confidence. Not this time. Good work from Sim Seonhwa, who changes her position, and it's saved just on the line. Good work from Rondepierre and Jamy. Reacting to the second bounce. Not just static. Once you make the first block, players will get back to the goal line as quickly as possible after the first block. If you have a sense that the ball is rolling back to the goal. It's been an intriguing first half. Just the 3 goals.
Intermission is only 3 minutes.
It's Republic of Korea who lead by 2-1. Teams have 3 minutes during the half-time break, and they'll switch sides.
Côté de la France, l'unique but pour l'instant de cette première période est signé Loïse Rondepierre.
France goal scorer in first half, and number 8, Loïse Rondepierre, and Republic of Korea's goal scorers, number 6, Sim Seonhwa.
Goals from Seo Min-ji and Sim Seonhwa.
Winner of this game will be 7.
But Republic of Korea
Paris Paralympics tournament. Let's enjoy
2-1 up at the break.
at least one more half these teams' last performance in this tournament.
Allez, on va revivre ensemble les meilleurs moments de cette première mi-temps sur les écrans géants.
Now it's time to take a look first half's highlights.
Nous sommes à moins de 90 secondes.
Republic of Korea scored the first goal of the match. Sim Seonhwa for their 8th goal here in Paris. It was a big moment for Roland-Garros. A 2nd goal at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Scored goals now in the quarterfinals and the classification playoff. But sometimes it's not always about how hard you throw the ball. Accuracy and the style of how you throw just fizzed across the court. Put away by Seo Min-ji. France, 3 more throws, made 1 more block.
Now it's time for
The Republic of Korea have 1 more goal. Teams having their patching and eye shades, their blackout eye shades checked by the referees, process that takes place before the start of the game and the start of the 2nd half. Great atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena.
Welcome to the 2nd half in the game between France to my left and Korea to my right. Half-time score is France 1, Korea 2. Korea will start the 2nd half with the ball. Wide, please. Center. Play.
2nd half in this classification playoff for 7th and 8th. Republic of Korea against France here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. 2 teams have switched ends of the court. Some teams favour one end. Also depends if you're right or left-handed. Three different scorers in the game, 3 goals. Pierre with the goal for France. She has the ball in her hand now. 2nd goal here in Paris. Had a solid game in the quarter-final against China. Scored in the quarter-final and now in the classification playoff 7 to 8th. Jami does well just to position herself on the court after the initial block and using the frame of the goal to orientate herself. Players can use the frame of the goal and the court markings are slightly raised. Sometimes have string just running through them so players can feel the court and work out where they are and set themselves for throws and defensive phases. Nice reply from Kim Hae-jin. Quick thinking. Only a 2nd throw of the match, the centre player for Korea. Often the centre players don't get involved as much in the attacking part of the game. They're the ones that coordinate the defence. At the moment, the 2 centre players are deciding to take the game to their own hands. Alan with the throw. Ball crossing over the centre line after the block from France, so it goes back to Korea to throw again. Always 1.25 kilograms. It's a serious workout for the players and they can use any part of their body to block the ball. As long as it doesn't end up in the back of the net, that's all that matters. Nice bouncing effort. Players will try a range of different styles, can bounce the ball, spin the ball, And we'll also try and use different techniques to generate power. Players on the court just using the simple, traditional, almost just a temping bowling style of throw. Those holes in the ball are the sound holes, so it allows the bells to ring around the court. Players to hear the ball. Working as a pair, Alan and Jamy. Seven goals the last time these two sides met in the preliminary stages here at Paris 2024. Just the 3 in this playoff game. It's tight, it's tense. It may not be a medal match or a semi-final, but it means a great deal to these two teams. For France competing in their first ever Paralympic Games. Try and finish 7th out of 8. Sometimes coaches use unique methods to talk to their players. They have to stay in that team bench area, and coaches do try and push the limit. As long as you've got some part of your body in that team bench area, then you won't be penalised. Great work once again from Roland-Garros. Another solid game. High ball given against Jamy. The ball didn't bounce inside the team area. It has to bounce twice. Once inside the team area, those two zones right in front of the goal. And once in the neutral area, those two sections that are just either side of the centre line. And she has to face this throw all by herself. And she makes the block. Delight for Jamy. People just either side of the goal act as goal line judges and will help hand the ball over to the players. They'll drop the ball right in front of them so the players can restart the game. We've had some tight calls here in Paris. The refereeing and the goal line judges have been excellent. Very experienced officials out on the court. Good work from Kim Hee-jin, gathering the ball before it crosses the centre line. If it had done, it had gone back to France.
Republic of Korea, timeout.
Temps mort pour la République de Corée.
Players giving it absolutely everything, trying to cool them down in any way possible. Sweat dripping down onto the court. Has to be as clean as possible, the court, in order for the players to throw the ball safely without slipping. Seo Min-ji, 1 goal so far in the game. 2 goals overall here in Paris. And she had a crucial 3rd goal for Korea. Teams will come up with game plans. Might try and target one side of the opposition's goal a couple of times and then switch things up. They'll work through routines in training. No substitutions for either side so far. Pierre opting to go cross court. Players can mix things up. They don't have to necessarily go right down, straight down the line. They can cross court, bounce the ball, spin the ball. That's a nice effort, but Ronde Pierre right behind that one, trying to aim it towards the side netting. Just under 6 minutes remaining, final quarter of the game. No goals in this second half. There's been 2 penalties so far in the game. One for a noise penalty against the Republic of Korea, and one for a high ball, but neither were taken. And it's as you were, 2-1. Any part of your body to block the ball, as demonstrated by Kim Hee-jin. Hee-jin competed in athletics when she was younger. Turned her attention to goalball. Also an actress away from the sport, and she's playing a big role in the team here in that centre. And the first substitution of the game. Any way possible to get your message across from the France head coach. As long as those toes stay in the team bench area. We're watching closely those judges at the table. Park Eun-ji is going to come on for Republic of Korea. Seo Min-ji comes off, contributed with a goal. Park Eun-ji, 2 goals so far here in Paris. If she can score a 3rd, it would go down really nicely for Republic of Korea. what's been a very tight and competitive match. This classification playoff for 7th and 8th overall in the standings. 8 teams competing in the women's side of the competition. France competing at a Paralympic Games for the very first time. The Republic of Korea back at the Paralympics. The first time in 24 years. Here is the substitute, Park Eun-ji, dealt with by Roland-Pierre. Every block counts. Does that one squeeze through? It does! Euphoria in the stands. A massive moment in the game. Ajami gets a goal in the classification match. Brilliant bounce. Made it difficult for Park Eun-ji. And that ball just hangs in the air. Makes it really difficult for the players to pick up those 2 bells inside the ball. It's 2-2. First goal of the second half. It's taken 8 minutes, but finally France made the breakthrough in this second half. Korea only conceded 4 goals in their 3 matches. In Pool B, nice effort from Park Eun-ji, but behind it, Melda Alan. Jamy is turning it up a notch for France. In the groove, going into the final 3 minutes. Nothing's getting past Roland-Pierre. Been very consistent. Roland-Pierre. Republic of Korea sensing that France are really targeting that right side of the 3, and they've decided to take off Park Eun-ji, bring back on Seo Min-ji. Starting 3 for Korea are all back on the court, taking no chances. Players don't just lie flat on the court. They'll get into a position to try and block the ball in any way possible. They'll try and use their body almost like a ramp to try and deflect the ball over the top of the crossbar. Nicely guided down the side of the court. And Pierre closes off the gap.
Et le temps mort pour la République de Corée.
Timeout, important 45 seconds for the teams. Korea have really started to test Ronde Pierre. She's made 7 more blocks than Ajami on the other side. Game of fine margins. And a goal now could potentially win this game. .90 seconds remain, the second half. Will we require overtime? Or will one of these teams settle it with just over a minute remaining? On to Pierre. Oh, crucial save from Ronde Pierre. Use any part of your body to block the ball as long as it stays out of the back of the net. Timeout called by France. We're almost at the point of the game of no second chances. One small mistake could decide this. One piece of brilliance could make the difference. 41.3 seconds remain in the second half. 2-2 in this classification playoff for 7th and 8th overall in the standings. Ajami for France. That was close to being a high ball. French coaching staff believed that was the moment. It's tight, it's tense here at the South Paris Arena. And Korea get the crucial third goal. That's blocked by Alan. Is this the moment for France? blocked. And it's a timeout called by Korea. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. They used up a couple of seconds there, Republic of Korea, but if they're clever about this next throw, they can use up the 6.2 seconds and avoid France throwing back. Timing is crucial here. Seo Min-ji with the throw. And the block from Rondepierre. 1 second remains. That's it. We are going to overtime.
Temps réglementaire, 2 buts partout. On va donc partir en prolongation. C'est la première depuis le début de cette compétition.
The teams can't be separated at the end of normal time. We now will move to overtime.
Scores after second half. Republic of Korea 2, France 2. After
2 coaches will
have first half of
another coin toss to decide who will start with the ball. Overtime then, 2 halves of 3 minutes. There is a 3-minute break at the end of regulation time, so that's the end of the 24 minutes. And there is also a 3-minute break at the end of the first half of overtime. And the crucial thing in overtime is that if the first team score a goal, is the winner. Almost like golden goal. The basics then, 3-minute halves. We have 2 of them.
Allez, dans 90 secondes maintenant, la prolongation va démarrer.
And the first team to score a goal is the winner. It's golden goal. The 2 teams can't be separated. Just the 1 goal in the second half, scored by Ajami. It's been a low-scoring game, but it's been tight, it's been tense, very entertaining to follow. Once again, the referees will check the patching and the eye shades of all the players.
Allez, je sais que vous avez envie de faire du bruit, mais on va légèrement baisser le volume avant le début de la prolongation. Non, vous n'avez pas du tout envie de baisser le volume, mais il va falloir le faire une fois que le coup de sifflet sera donné par l'arbitre.
France remain unchanged. It's still those starting 3 players that remain in place for the start of overtime. Whipping the home crowd into a frenzy. Excellent support inside the South Paris arena. Overtime it is. For Republic of Korea and France.
Welcome to overtime between France to my left and Korea to my right. Score is France 2, Korea 2. Korea will start with the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
Republic of Korea against France. It's overtime here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. 2 halves of 3 minutes. It's golden goal. First to score will win the match and claim 7th overall in the standings. No second chances. Any small mistakes, any big throws make all the difference. And they were certain, the French coaching staff, that that was a high ball. Ball has to bounce twice, once inside the team area, which are those two zones right in front of the goal, and once in the neutral area. That's those two sections either side of the centre line. That's going to be a ball over, so it goes back to Korea. The ball crosses over that centre line. Once you've made that initial defensive block, it goes back to the team who threw the ball. Great way of building up pressure, especially at a high-stakes moment of the game. Nothing's getting past Roland-Pierre at the moment. Solid as a rock. Aiming for that corner, Roland-Pierre really testing Korea. And despite all the pressure, all the nerves, a smile from the French coaching staff. Roland-Pierre testing once again. Players can use the team area to throw the ball any which way they like. They'll try and get creative. They'll either turn on the spot, a full rotation. They'll move around the team area. They won't just stick to the right and left. They'll try and bamboozle their opponents. Shami now. Blocked by Kim Hae-jin. Good effort there. Sim Seon-hwa. 8 goals so far here in Paris. Can she find a huge 9th goal? Final throw, you feel, of this first half of overtime. And still we go on, yet to find a winner. The two teams can't be separated. We're locked in at 2-2 here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. And just like in regulation time, the teams will switch ends at half-time. 3-minute break.
With length of 3 minutes and with the golden goal rule.
Both of these teams signing off from the Paralympics by giving us a very entertaining match. Might not be a medal match or a semi-final, but it means everything to these two teams. Try and finish as high up in the overall standings. France competing at the Paralympic Games for the very first time. Republic of Korea back at the Paralympics. First time in 24 years.
Allez, dans 90 secondes, le début de cette deuxième partie de prolongation.
We are just under 90 seconds to the start of the second overtime.
And despite the high stakes, sometimes you just can't resist to have a little dance. France, a team established in 2016. Building these very Paralympic Games. Potentially a chance at history. Republic of Korea back at the Paralympic Games after 24 years away, would love to sign off with a win.
Second half in overtime between Korea to my left and France to my right. Score is Korea 2, France 2. France will start with the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
The second half of overtime between Republic of Korea and France. It's 2-2. It's golden goal. Pierre already has one goal in the match, as does Sim Seonhwa, who just threw the ball there. Aiming for those pockets, trying to manipulate the opposition, moving them around the court. Will try and change up their run-ups. Every block crucial. There are no second chances in overtime. You concede, you lose. The pressure is ramped up. Have to make sure that ball bounces twice, once inside the team area, those two zones right in front of the goal, and once in the neutral area. The last thing you want to do is concede a penalty at this stage. Seconds remain. Anyone find a winner? That one is wide from Sim Seonhwa. Timeout called by France.
Et le temps mort pour l'équipe de France.
They've given it absolutely everything, these players out on the court. France have had the same 3 players right throughout the game. It's a similar story for Korea. Park Eun-ji came on for 3 minutes, but otherwise it's the starting 3 that have played the majority of the minutes. Will fatigue just kick in the final moments of overtime? Or will we need extra throws? Effort from Najami, especially at this stage of the game, where the body and mind will be tiring. Concentration is key. Najami with the block. Essentially 1 throw each here. Rontepierre. That one is wide. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. There are 10.3 seconds remaining, so Korea will have to play this one carefully. They've got time to set something up here. They've been treated to an excellent game. Seo Min-ji takes responsibility. Final throw of overtime. And it's blocked. Can she get the throw off? She can't. And we go to extra throws.
Scores after second half of overtime. Republic of Korea 2, France 2. We will shortly have
we go on here at the South Paris Arena.
Players per team.
So extra throws works as penalties in goalball. Each player on the team gets 1 throw against the opposing team. They'll come out in pairs. There are 6 players on the team, so 1 by 1, they'll get the chance to throw. There will be another coin toss at the beginning of extra throws to determine which team throws first. And the players will throw and defend in the order submitted on the lineup sheet, which was determined before the start of the game. A winner will be declared when one team is ahead by more goals than there are throws remaining. The referees will help us guide us through at home, and also the fans in the spectator gallery. France in their first ever Paralympics with a chance to try and claim 7th overall in the standings. Republic of Korea back at the Paralympics for the first time in 24 years. The current silver medal world champions. It may not be a medal match, but still plenty to play for. The atmosphere, fantastic in the stands here at the South Paris Arena. The players have been soaking it up during the game and the last couple of moments. Goalball unique in so many ways. And the crowd have really taken to the sport. Extra throws to decide who will finish 7th and 8th. In the women's side of the competition. "30 minutes of goalball." That's just the game time. The clock does stop every time the ball goes out for substitutions and timeouts, so we've been going for just over an hour. One final act for Republic of Korea and France. Extra throws.
This is extra throws between South Korea number 1 to my left and number 4 France to my right. I remind the audience to be quiet while the ball is in play. France will start with the ball. Quiet please. Center.
Gonzalez for France.
Play.
Kim Hee-jin for Korea. First throw of the match for Gonzalez. And that one is wide.
Quiet please. Center.
Kim Hee-jin. First throw of extra throws for Korea. Centre player, she's played a big part in the game, but she's missed that one. Neither player could find the back of the net. So we now move on to our second pair.
Korea number 6 to my left, France number 9 to my right. Korea will start with the ball. Quiet please. Center.
This time,
Play.
Korea will throw first. Sim Seonhwa. Goal in regulation time. Saved by Ajami. Teams will work really hard at tactics at penalties. They'll study the opposition of which way they throw, where to position yourself to make the best possible move to block the ball. Jami finds the back of the net this time. It's advantage France. Beautifully tucked away into the corner to the delight of the French fans.
France goal scored by number 9, Jamali Berkier.
Et le but de l'équipe de France signé Jamali Berkier.
Korea number 7 to my left and France number 5 to my right. France start with the ball. Quiet please. Center.
Jami for France. Great save. Seo Minji with the crucial block.
Quiet please. Center. Play.
Great save from Jami. Brilliantly down to make that crucial block. She slid across the court.
Korea number 4 to my left and France number 7 to my right. Korea will start with the ball. Quiet please. Center.
It's our fourth pair of extra throws. And into the back of the net. Korea have their first goal in extra throws.
Republic of Korea goal scored by number 4, Park Eun-ji.
Et le but pour la
Park
République de Corée,
Eun-ji
signé de la numéro 4,
with the goal. Nicely tucked away.
Center.
Gwendoline Matos for France. First involvement in the game, and that goes wide. It's 1-1 in extra throws.
Korea number 3 to my left and France number 8 to my right. France start with the ball. Quiet please. Center.
Loïs Rondepierre, who's been brilliant all game. Scored in regulation time. Can she get one in extra throws? It's blocked. Big block from Kim Eun-ji for Korea. Kim Eun-ji with a big opportunity to put Republic of Korea in control. Slotted home, beautiful from Kim Eun-ji. No mistake. She didn't play a single second during regulation time or overtime. But she gets it right in extra throws. Now this is it really.
Korea number 8 to my left, France number 3 to my right. Korea starts with the ball. Wide please. Center.
Choi Eun-ji for Korea to win it. Saved. Of course it's saved by Imelda Alan. So solid.
Quiet, please.
She's made the block.
Play.
Can she score now? It's blocked. And that's that. Korea have secured 7th place here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Choi Eun-ji with the big block in the final pair of extra throws wins the game for Republic of Korea.
2024 Paralympics tournament. Congratulations, Republic of Korea.
An enthralling match between the hosts and the current world silver medalists. Respect between the two teams who gave it absolutely everything. France competing at the Paralympic Games for the very first time. And they have done a tremendous job in really pushing and promoting the game in their country. Republic of Korea really worked hard for the win. Only the 2 goals in regulation time for both sides. What a show these two teams have put on. And now the crowd can really celebrate with the sides. A game that twisted one way, then the next. And we had to go all the way to extra throws.
Allez, nous espérons que vous avez apprécié ce premier match. Le second de cette même session sera un match de classement de la compétition femmes, toujours pour la 5e et la 6e place. Il opposera à 10h45 le Japon face au Canada. Vos tickets sont toujours valables, alors profitez de la journée et de la compétition.
We hope you have enjoyed the first game of the session. Thank you for being part of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Audience, please stick around. Your tickets are good for next game also. The next game here at South Paris Arena 6-4 Goalball is women's classification playoff game. Japan and Canada at 10:45.
We went all the way to extra throws.
Tickets are good for the next game also. Thanks for joining us.
In just under an hour and 20 minutes. But finally, Republic of Korea got the job done.
Le comité d'organisation de Paris 2024 tient à remercier tous les volontaires pour le temps et le dévouement qu'ils consacrent à la réussite des Jeux paralympiques de Paris 2024.
The Paris 2024 Organizing Committee would like to thank all volunteers for their time and dedication toward making
The story of the game
2024
in the
Paralympic
stats.
Games a success.
Only 2 more throws for Korea. 6 more blocks for France. It was 2-2 at the end of regulation time. 3 goals in extra throws. Crowd treated to a brawling match here at the South Paris Arena.
Board for highlights from the first game.
Mesdames et messieurs, il est temps de faire place aux athlètes. Merci d'accueillir les équipes du Japon et du Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to meet our athletes. Please welcome the teams Japan and Canada.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses du Japon.
Now it's time to meet the players from Japan.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Tenma Yuki.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Arai Minami.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Murasaki.
Numéro 6.
Number 6, Hagimara Norika.
Numéro 7.
Number 7, Takahashi Rieko.
Numéro 9.
Number 9, Komiya Masae.
L'entraîneur de l'équipe est
Coach Tsuji Mihoko.
l'entraîneur assistant
Assistant coach Sugiyama Sayaka.
et la responsable du staff,
Staff Maeda Kikuko.
Nous allons maintenant découvrir les joueuses du Canada.
Now it's time to meet the players from Canada.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Marianne Sale Izade.
Numéro 2.
Number 3, Whitney Bogart.
Numéro 4.
Number 4, Megan Mahon.
Numéro 5.
Number 5, Emma Reinke.
Numéro 6.
Number 6, Brianne Tracy Kelly Baldock.
Et la numéro 7.
Number 7, Amy Burke.
L'entraîneur de l'équipe,
Coach Trent Fairbrother.
l'entraîneur assistant
Assistant coach Chloe Gagnon.
et la responsable du staff,
Staff Megan Battle.
les arbitres de la rencontre sont
The referees for the match are Sarah Cooper from Germany and Linda Wellborn from United States of America.
Et maintenant, pour partager l'esprit sportif international, la traditionnelle poignée de main d'avant-match des deux équipes.
And now in a show of international sportsmanship, both teams will exchange pre-game handshakes.
Les équipes vont maintenant s'échauffer. Nous vous rappelons que le silence est très important dans cette compétition et vous demandons de respecter la haute concentration dont les athlètes doivent faire preuve dans ce sport.
The teams will now warm up and we remind you that silence is highly important for this competition. Athletes require high concentration, therefore we expect everyone to act in a respectful manner during the competition.
Welcome to the South Paris Arena. It's day 7 of the Goalball at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. It's our second match of the first session. It's the women's classification playoff for 5th and 6th in the overall standings. Japan against Canada. Delighted to welcome you along to Goalball, a sport unique to the Paralympic Games. It's one of 2 sports that doesn't have an Olympic equivalent. Goalball is designed for athletes with a vision impairment. It's a fast, physical and very entertaining sport. All the players are required to wear patching and blackout eye shades to ensure a level playing field. Teams consist of 6 players with 3 members playing at any one time. The simple aim of Goalball is to try and throw a ball past your opponent and score a goal into the back of the net. Sounds simple, but it's tough work. Competing for 5th and 6th in the overall standings, Japan, Paralympic gold medalists in London, Canada, gold medalists 2000 and 2004 Paralympic Games and 2023 Pan American Games. The beauty of Goalball is that players use a variety of different techniques to release the ball, including the 180 degrees turn, full rotation throw, and even some throw the ball between their legs. Lots of different ways to score a goal in Goalball. And players can use any part of their body to block the ball. As long as it stays out of the net, that's all that matters. Norika Hagiwara, 6 goals overall in Paris. Certainly one to keep tabs on. They were perfect in Group D. Tough game against Brazil in the quarterfinals.
5 minutes remaining until the start of competition. Now the starting lineup from Japan.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Temma Yuki.
Numéro 2.
Number 2, Arai Minami.
For Canada, Amy Burt competing at her 5th Paralympic Games. I'd love to finish off the campaign with a win.
Now the starting lineup from Canada.
Numéro 1.
Number 1, Mariam Salehizadeh.
Numéro 3.
Number 3.
Canada were disappointed in their quarter-final against Israel.
Number 4, Mehan.
And they're desperate to bounce back and try and secure the 5th place overall in the standings. Our 2 referees from Germany and the United States of America. Their voices will be heard around the venue. And they'll help guide the players, the coaches, spectators, and us at home. The court is separated into 3 sections. Either side of the centre line is the neutral area, and the areas in front of the goals are the team areas. Tema in the starting 3 for Japan. Competed in Tokyo and Rio. Megan Mahon in the starting 3 for Canada. Said the journey's not over. The confidence is still high. Still know they are a great team. The ball that the players use is a similar size to a basketball and has 2 bells inside. There are 8 holes in the ball to allow the sound to be heard by the players. And the ball weighs 1.25 kilograms, which is roughly similar to a standard bag of sugar you find on the shelves in the supermarkets. It's a tough workout for the players. Yuji Yoko, the head coach for Japan, was part of the coaching staff for Tokyo. Now head coach. Communication crucial between the players on the courts and the coaching staff in the team bench area. Trent Fairbrother, head coach for Canada, led the team to 4th at the 2018 and 2022 World Championships. Player himself for the Canadian men's goalball team in 1988 and the 1992 Paralympic Games. He also helped guide the team to gold at the Parapan American Games. Players can use the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court, and the markings around the court are also tactile, so they're slightly raised so players can navigate their way around, especially in that team area. The referee's checking the patches and the eye shades of all the players on the court. It's a process that they go through before the start of the match and before the start of the second half. Goalball unique in many ways, but certainly in the aspect of the crowd engagement, they have to remain silent whilst the ball is in play. It doesn't mean that they can't get loud. Certainly when a goal goes in. It's been a fabulous atmosphere inside the South Paris Arena.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
While the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you. Japan starts with the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
Women's classification playoff of 5th and 6th here at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Japan against Canada. Marianne Salahizadeh with the first throw for Canada. Players have to make sure that ball bounces twice. Once inside the team area, that's the 2 zones right in front of the goal. And in the neutral area, 2 sections just either side of the centre line. Has to bounce twice when you throw the ball, but you can go right up to the neutral area. as long as it bounces in that team area. Minami Ari, 21-year-old for Japan. Made a debut in 2023. Took up the sport only 3 years ago, now competing at the Paralympic Games. Players can use the frame of the goal to position themselves on the court. Goal lines are also slightly raised. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball once they've made that initial defensive block. So it's a quick game, Goalball. Very physical as well, particularly with that 1.25 kilogram ball. It's a serious workout for all the players. You have to have really decent upper body strength. Yuki Tema for Japan.
Officials timeout, equipment check.
Timeout for an equipment check. Players can't move their eye shades when the ball is in play. They have to wait for permission from the referees. Japan, bronze medalists in Tokyo. Beat Brazil in the bronze medal match. 1 gold medal and 2 bronze medals at the Paralympic Games. Gold medal at London 2012. Huge moment for the Japan women's goalball team. Players will mix up their style of throws in terms of trying to bounce the ball, spin the ball. In goalball, there are 2 positions out on the court. You've got the centre player and the 2 wing players either side. The centre player often the one that coordinates the defence, and there's a lot of work sweeping up the ball, moving from right to left, working in partnership with the wing players to try and block the ball. Whitney Bogart in the centre for Canada, competing at her 4th Paralympic Games. It's a family affair in the Canada women's team. Particularly for Whitney Bogart. Her sister-in-law, Amy Burke, is also in the squad. She's currently among the substitutes. A little bit of a chess match at the moment, waiting for that breakthrough. Interestingly, Canada and Japan had exactly the same record for goals scored and goals against. Both of the teams scored 11. And they both conceded twice. However, it was Japan who beat Canada in the preliminary stages of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. It was a close match. Only the 3 goals. We're going to get more of the same in this classification playoff. Well, it's not a medal match or a semi-final, but both of these teams, the chance to try and finish 5th, as high up the rankings as possible, is really important for the teams. The pride. And to finish off their campaign with a win. Megan Mahon for Canada. 3rd Paralympic Games. Said the confidence is still very high amongst the team and that the journey is not over. The team are desperate to try and claim 5th spot overall. The defensive line will be slightly staggered for most teams. The defensive player in the centre will just slightly be ahead, just to close off those angles and to also just work in partnership with the wing players to almost create a double barrier. Working it down that far side of the court. Early substitution for Japan. Tema comes off. Norika Hagiwara comes on for Japan. Norika Hagiwara, 25 goals in Tokyo. Can she make the difference in this playoff 5th and 6th? 6 goals so far here in Paris. Straight into the path of Whitney Bogart. Yet to throw for Canada. Bogart in the centre. Always about throwing the ball, that attacking part of the game. If you can organise a defence well and set up the team well, so all they have to do is try and find that goal and not have to worry about conceding. Make a huge difference. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball. Quick passage of play there. Players will use different tactics, in particular when they try and reply with a throw quickly. Trying to catch out their opponents. Players can use the entirety of the team area, as shown by Hagiwara, just arcing her run to try and create some momentum. Doesn't have to be a simple straight run up all the time. And you don't have to throw on just the left side. If you start on the left, you can throw from the right, throw from the centre, mix it up. Good block from Salahizadeh, the number 1 for Canada. Players won't just simply lie flat on the court. They'll try and arc their bodies, almost to try and create a ramp to get it over the top of the bar. Good work from Salahizadeh. Cross court from Megan Mahon. Mahon has been involved in sport from a very young age. Played ice hockey. Canada, famous for ice hockey, of course. But goalball, a sport that she really loves. And the opportunity to play at the Paralympic Games. Third time. Experienced side, Canada. They were desperate to get through to the semi-finals. The chance to try and finish 5th in the overall standings is still really, really important for all the players. Yet to find the breakthrough in this first half. Bouncing effort, well dealt with by Whitney Bogart. Always have to be really agile, particular with the centre player. Yuki Tema in the centre for Japan. As that ball was going across to the left of the court, she got up straight away and got behind her teammate to try and almost be the second barrier. Just simply stand still. Getting involved in the dummy run as well. Players can make noises before the ball has been thrown, trying to confuse their opponents. Minami Ari took up the sport in 2021. 21 years of age, making a debut at the Paralympic Games. Also played sitting volleyball while she was at high school. Both defences on top then in this first half. Are we going to see a late breakthrough? Close. Good work from Salahizadeh. Pushing the ball to her right. Concentration. And Salahizadeh all the way through to the end of this first half. Good reply from Canada. Both teams really starting to knock on the door. Agiwara. Megan Mahon for Canada right now in the centre. Salahizadeh for Canada. 35 seconds remain in the first half. Addy with the return. the attacking play has come from Minami Ari. Final throw of the first half for Canada. Time here for Japan to get one final throw off. Hagiwara. That one's wide. Well, I say it was the final throw for Canada. If they're quick about this, they'll just get this one away. Don't waste any time. And it's blocked. No goals in this playoff 56th match, the women's side of the competition.
Scores after first half, Japan 0, Canada 0.
We required overtime and extra throws to decide 7th and 8th. Still a second half to come, but no goals so far. No goals to cheer for the crowd, but still intriguing match to follow. It's 0-0 at half-time between Japan and Canada in this women's classification playoff for 5th and 6th in the overall standings.
Now it's time to take a look. First half's highlights.
Dans 92 secondes, le début de la seconde période.
We are just...
Quiet, please. Center.
Defence on top during that opening 12 minutes. Salahizadeh testing out. All right, and Salahizadeh responding with the block. Megan Mahon with a good cross-court effort. Good quick response from Arai. Mahon with a good effort. Knocking on the door, the two teams, during that opening 12 minutes. So we wait for the first goal. Same amount of throws, only 2 more blocks for Canada.
Second half of the game between Japan on my left and Canada on my right. Halftime score, Japan 0, Canada 0. Halftime substitution, Japan out number 2 and 7, in number 1 and 4. Canada out number 1 and 4, in number 5 and 7.
Halftime substitutions, Japan. Players out number 2, Arai Minami and 7, Takahashi Rieko. Players in number 1, Temma Yuki and 4, Amuro Saki. Canada halftime substitutions, players out number 1, Mariam Salahizadeh and 4, Megan Mahon. Players in number 5, Emma Reiki and 7, Amy Berg.
Et 2 changements à opérer dans les deux équipes, le Japon, la sortie de la numéro 2 et de la numéro 7, l'entrée de la numéro 1 et de la numéro 4 du côté du Canada, l'entrée des numéros 5 et 7.
Quiet, please. Center. Oh, Canada starts with the second half of the ball. Quiet, please. Center. Play.
Second half of this women's classification playoff for 5th and 6th at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Japan against Canada. And we wait for the first goal of the game. Both teams deciding a couple of substitutions are required. Minami Arai, Reiko Takahashi come off. Saki Amuro and Yuki Tema are onto the court for Japan. Alahizadeh and Mahon off for Canada. Emma Renka and Amy Burke onto the court for Canada. Seven goals so far for Emma Renka here in Paris. Scored against Japan in the preliminary stages. It could be just one goal that makes the difference. Amy Burke for Canada, competing in the 5th Paralympic Games. First Paralympics, Beijing 2008. A mentor to her teammates, in particular for Megan Mahon, who started the first half. 43 goals at the IPSA World Championships for Amy Burke. What they would do for a goal now in this 5th to 6th playoff match. Just one. Players use the frame of the goal and the court markings to position themselves on the court. The court lines are tactile, so they're slightly raised, so players can safely navigate their way around the court, and in particular in that team area where there's markings are placed on the right and the left and in the centre. Cross-court effort from Emma Renka. It's a synthetic resilient flooring, so it has a little bit of give, the court, but it's a tough surface to play on, and players will have padding on their elbows and knees to protect themselves. Players can block the ball with any part of their body. As long as it stays out of the back of the net, it's all that matters. Aguiwara, 2 goals against Canada earlier on here in Paris in the first meeting between the two teams. 6 goals overall. Can she score her 7th? Shuji Yoko, the head coach for Japan, part of the staff in Tokyo. Now has the role of head coach. And a high ball given against Japan, and a chance for Canada to score the first goal of the game. Yuki Tema. Ball didn't bounce inside that team area, and a chance for Canada. Oh, and it hits the post, inches away from being perfect. The experienced Amy Burke comes so close to putting Canada in front. So close, but yes, so far. And it remains 0-0. use the team area to create different run-ups, and some players turn on the spot, full rotation throw, trying to generate some speed. Quick reply, blocked by Whitney Bogart in the centre for Canada. Whitney Bogart talked about it being a new team, new coaches, and a new atmosphere. He's very excited to represent Canada at the Paralympic Games here in Paris. Timeout call by Japan. Teams get 4 timeouts during a match. They can't use all 4 in the second half, so they to try and use 1 in the first. Teams get 45 seconds to get their message across. Wrap their hands around that ball, they get a good grip. Ball weighs 1.25 kilograms. It's a heavy ball to throw. Serious workout. Especially also when you can block the ball with any part of your body. Takes a lot out of you. Good cross-court efforts from Reinke. 7 goals so far in Paris. Can she add a crucial 8th? Aguada with the effort, going right down the centre of the court. As we'll try and manipulate the opposition, move them to create opportunities. The run-up can be so crucial in the throw. Try and force the opposition to move and create space, in particular between those pockets, between the centre and the wing players. Amy Burke, been playing goalball for 20 years. She took it up competitively in 2005, but she began playing in 2004. And in 2008 competed at the Beijing 2008 Paralympic Games. Now at her 5th Paralympics. Into the final quarter of the match. And still waiting that first goal. It was a good, quick idea. Try and catch out Emma. Whip Whipping that one across the court, trying to mix things up. That's going to be a ball over, so it crosses the center line after the defensive block, so it goes back to Japan. Tiptoeing their way across the court, trying to confuse their opposition. Communication really key in goalball, working together as a team. Good work, good teamwork. Yuki Tema. And the crowd were eager to applaud that good defensive work. Crowd was making too much noise for the referee's liking. Players haven't been able to hear the ball from that throw from Yuki Tema. He was quick, off the mark. Tema competed in para-athletics at international level and represented Japan in the T11 100 meters and T11 200 meters at the London 2012 Paralympic Games. Final 5 minutes of the second half. Awkward bouncing effort. Dealt with comfortably by Whitney Bogart. And that's the first goal for Canada. Who else but Amy Burke? A beautiful bouncing effort. Scoring her third goal at these Paralympic Games. What a crucial one it could be. And a timeout called by Japan. It's taken just under 20 minutes in game time, but we finally have our first goal, courtesy of Amy Burke. Nicely placed. She was really tucked in next to that post. And just slightly changing that angle of throw towards that right pocket. Opening up that gap a little bit more with her run-up. Nicely done, and it can be just those little small tweaks, the fine margins that can make such a big difference. The defensive cover from Amy Burke, alert to potentially the second bounce. Players won't just be static once that block has been made. If they feel that the ball is potentially going to be bouncing back towards the goal, they'll try and cover their teammate, working in tandem. 4 minutes remain. Quick reactions from Hagiwara. Right into the corner, switching it up. Yuki Tema will throw for Japan. There's Baki Amuro out of the way, trying to create a different angle. Nice fizzing effort. Good bit of bounce on that one as well. Yuki Tema coming off for Japan. Minami Ari coming on to the court. Trying to shield her words. Coaches will get creative in trying to communicate with their players. Some coaches really stretch out of the team bench area to get their message across. As long as you've got some part of your body in the team bench area. Nice reactions from Amy Burke. Burke believes she's becoming a better player as she gets older, due to a change of mindset. And they certainly need the experience of Amy Burke to guide Canada to 5th in the overall standings. Big goal from Amy Burke. It's the difference so far. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Current Paralympic bronze medalists, Japan. Behind here against Canada for 5th and 6th in the overall standings. Another goal for Canada, you would feel, potentially seal the game. These two teams have met now twice here in Paris. Only 4 goals between the two teams. They've been low scoring, tight and tense affairs. Players using the court markings to navigate their way around the court. They're slightly raised so they can position themselves, using the frame of the goal as well. All the players wearing blackout eye shades. Timeout called by Canada. Clever timeout from Trent Fabre, that realising that the seconds were ticking down. And Trent Fabre, that realising that his team were just in a spot of bother. And the timeout just allows the teams to reset. Can't waste much time though. Amy Burke has the ball in that far corner. The referee's eager to get on with the game. The timeout hadn't finished. 45 seconds hadn't been complete. It's a quick game. And they can spare a couple of seconds of the teams to finish the timeout. We are back underway. Every block important for the two teams. Big block from Ranka. Moving into the final 50 seconds. Every throw is crucial. Hagiwara winding herself up and throwing. Giving it absolutely everything. Realizing that Hagiwara could have been out of position. Ranka goes for that left corner. It's not too far away, but Amy Burke had that one covered. Game management now really crucial. And experience can make all the difference. Amy Burke. Cross-court effort. And a timeout has been called by Japan. 21.8 seconds remaining. Teams have 10 seconds to return the ball after they've made that initial defensive block. Is that goal from Amy Burke going to be the difference maker in this highly competitive 5th, 6th playoff match? To get this right, Japan. It was a good effort from Hagiwara. She really pushed that high ball. As long as it bounces in that team area, you can go right up to the neutral area, which are the two zones either side of the centre line. She's going to have another go here. This could be the final throw for Japan, and that's blocked. And that should be that. 5.1 seconds remain. They don't have to throw the ball, Canada. It is it. Canada have secured 5th spot at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Just the one goal in it. And Amy Burke scored that crucial goal with a brilliant throw.
15th Paris Paralympics 2024 Goalball tournament. Congratulations.
Canada's Megan Mahon talked about the journey not being over and the confidence still being high. Well, that was evident against Japan. It was a close match, but in the end, Canada have secured 5th. And the current Paralympic bronze medalists, Japan, finished 6th overall.
Join us in celebrating the efforts and contributions of our athletes for their honorable displays of athleticism, sportsmanship, and many memorable moments. Thank you.
Huge smiles for Canada. A highly competitive match between the two teams. Final act for the two teams, Canada and Japan. They gave it their all. They left nothing out on the court. And now time for the crowd to give their appreciation to the two teams. They can make some noise now.
J'espère que vous avez apprécié cette session. Un grand merci pour votre participation aux Jeux Paralympiques de Paris 2024. Et la prochaine session de Goalball aura lieu ici cet après-midi avec d'abord un match de demi-finale homme Brésil-Ukraine à 13h30, suivi d'un match de demi-finale femme République populaire de Chine face à Israël à 15h15.
We hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you for being part of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games.
Just the one goal in it between Japan and Canada, scored by Amy Burke.
For a men's semi-final match between Brazil and Ukraine.
Canada secure 5th in the overall standings.
A women's semi-final match, People's Republic of China and Israel at 3:15 p.m.
Retrouvez toutes les gammes de produits Paris 2024 dans les boutiques officielles et les points de vente sur site. Votre point de vente du jour est ouvert, c'est maintenant ou jamais.
Find all the Paris 2024 product ranges in official boutiques and on-site sales outlets. The merchandise store is still open, it's now or never.
The story of the game in the statistics. And one more throw, 2 more blocks, but Canada with that crucial goal.
Allez, on va regarder les meilleurs moments de cette rencontre sur les écrans géants.
Please.
Two exciting games in our first session on day number 7. France finish 8th, Korea 7th, Japan 6th, and Canada 5th in the overall standings. Here at Paris 2024 Paralympic Games.
Volunteers for their time and dedication toward making the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games a success. Thank you.
Paris 2024. Je suis avec une volontaire, vous vous appelez comment?
Je m'appelle Awa.
Awa, est-ce que vous êtes que sur les Jeux Paralympiques ou vous avez fait les JO aussi?
J'ai été seulement sur les Jeux Paralympiques.
Awa, parle-nous de cette expérience, comment c'est de participer à ces Jeux Paralympiques, c'est quoi l'ambiance?
Alors c'est une atmosphère que je pense qu'on aura peut-être dans très très longtemps, donc c'est vraiment sympa de voir l'envers du décor, de voir tous ces sourires et de rencontrer les joueurs, c'est vraiment